just when you thought it was safe to come outside, it's not. Welcome to the war zone. Welcome to the United Streets of Aggression.
Hey, welcome back to the Shooter Podcast, episode 112 with me and the bro 808 Kicks ATL. Please do like, follow, subscribe, comment, chat to us. Let's have a conversation. Let's break it down like we always do, because we always break it down. And you said that for a reason, because it is definitely the United States of aggression, especially when you got Future, you got Drake, and then you got Rick Ross coming out, and we're still waiting for Kendrick to come out, because that's going to be crazy, and it's going to go crazy. And today we're going to go crazy. We did take a week off because we needed it, but now we're back. And what we're here to do this week, bro, like we always here to do every week, bro.
Same thing we do every week, bro. Try to take over the world. And today we have a very special guest.
Very, very special guest.
Very, 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 very special guest today. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna play nice. The guest that we have on today speaks to the diversity that we like to bring to the podcast, the diversity that we like to keep in our circle, our personal circle of shoe dogs. Yeah. He took me to court, and I got smoked for him for that. But we gonna be cool. We gonna be cool, and we gonna laugh, and we gonna have fun.
Yeah, but we all met this guest through the podcast, because it was through this podcast we had conversations, and through this podcast, and this is why I tell you guys it's important to reach out, have a conversation. Let's just have a general chat, because it's not always about conflict. It's not always about your stuff's better than our stuff. It's about a general conversation, and that's what we're here to do. If you like, and the guest we're gonna have today actually made some valid comments and made some valid points and said, let's do this. And hey, whoa! I say so because I'm saying neutral today. I'm saying neutral today. I say so because basically it just means that we open up the diversity that we always talk about. Open up different aspects, open up different avenues, and open up different conversations. And that's what's most important. That's always what's most important in these circumstances, just because we want to have those conversations, right, bro?
Whatever, man. We got that Ian Russell. The bro. Yo,
the bro.
Gentlemen. Hello, gentlemen. Thank you so much for letting me come on.
Yeah,
no worries, bro.
No, bro. When we serious when we say, if you have the conversations with us, you will end up on the pod at some point. You know what I'm saying? We love having these conversations with different people and meeting new people and meeting new cool people.
Yep.
Even though you took me to court.
Well, listen.
I'm not going to let it go. I'm not going to let it go. You know I've been taking shots at you every single episode since that.
Until you came on.
I've been listening. I have been listening. And when I haven't been listening, I've had messages sent over just to stir the pot.
My bad.
Yeah.
See, so you know what? The energy has now shifted from you into TJ.
This is the thing, bro. This is the thing, Q. He's the instigator, right?
I'm not instigating anything.
You are such a monkey, honestly. You definitely instigated. But
I only
slinging poo behind my back, huh?
No.
Listen.
I only say what's said and repeat it to people that need to listen to it. And that's the honest truth. I don't make up lies. I just Ian, you need to go listen to the show.
No, you didn't lie. There was no lying. There was no lying, but there was some stirring of the pot, for sure.
It's gonna make this episode way more exciting. Let's just be honest. It's gonna make this episode way more exciting. It's good. It's because basically, I know you listen, Ian, and I know you've been on your travels recently as well, which is awesome. And then you just come back, and I was just making sure you were in tune to what's been said, so that you realize when you're coming on, what you're dealing with, pretty much.
TJ's so innocent. Look at his little innocent face. No staring.
What's that saying? Not guilty until proven guilty, right?
Nah, we gonna prove your ass today.
I'll tell you what, at the end of this episode, somebody might be in the dock, and it isn't going to be me or Q.
Let me get my wooden spoon.
You can put yourself. Hold up,
No.
Hey.
Let me use the gavel to stir.
Hey, you keep watch. You keep your penalty count close here. Yeah. You might get ejected this episode.
You know, like one of the things that appealed to me about your podcast from the beginning was you two laughing, and I think that's a big part of it for me. Is, you know, I don't necessarily like love the same trainers or sneakers. I'll call it sneakers just to be good, as you guys do. But it was about, we're all old shoe dogs, as it were. You know, we all collect, and yes, our tastes may be different, but it was more about like you two laughing at each other and joking, and that's why I was listening. And then obviously I'd shout at the radio as well every once in a while when you were like, this is the best trainer in the world. And it's like, nah, it's an Air Jordan 11. Come on.
What? Don't see now.
Yo, see? Ian's already flinging. Flinging.
Hey, you better be careful. You better be careful. I've lost too much in these past few weeks. Okay, I'm on edge. All right. Speaking of which, R.I.P. Louis Gossett Jr. We lost Louis Gossett Jr. a couple weeks ago. OJ also passed. OJ Simpson. I ain't got too much to say about that. DJ Mr. C, legendary New York DJ. He discovered Biggie. Pioneer of what we like to refer to as the golden age of hip hop, which, you know, our generation, we call the 90s the golden era. But yesterday, Rico Wade passed, and I'm gonna try not to crack up right now because I did enough of that yesterday. Rico Wade was a pioneer for Atlanta. He was the founding member of the Dungeon Family, Organized Noise, along with Ray Murray and Sleepy Brown. They brought Outkast to us. They brought Goody Mob to us. They brought so much more instrumentation and great songwriting to artists from Atlanta and around Atlanta. And other artists around the country and the world that appreciated them, and they got to do a lot of work. Rico Wade put in 30 plus years of greatness into this culture, and in every step of that way, he represented Atlanta, and he made us feel like we could do it too. He and Outkast, Organized Noise, Goody Mob, they were our pioneers for the city. They were able to show the world what Atlanta was before anybody else knew. Before the Olympics came to Atlanta, we had Organized Noise. You know, Outkast in 92, 93, Goody Mob in 1995. They showed the world what Atlanta was before the world knew, before the Olympics came here and it's turned to this transient mess that it is now. I rode through my old neighborhood yesterday. My heart was heavy. Felt like I just wanted to go to the place where I was when Rico became a part of my life. Me being a musician and having aspirations to follow in their footsteps. You know, it meant a lot to me to see them winning. It meant a lot to all of us. So I rode through my old neighborhood yesterday. I ain't been over there in a long time, you know. And I just had to reflect. And my wife been helping me. My wife is great with helping me with loss, because I done lost a lot. You know, my uncle passed about a month ago, so I just been going through it lately. But I just want to say shout out to everybody in the Dungeon family, the Wade family, in Atlanta as a whole, and everybody that loved and respected Rico. Shout out to y'all. R.I.P. Rico Wade.
Yeah, that's loss. That's a massive loss, bro. That's a massive loss. I know how you was feeling yesterday when I messaged you, and you dropped me a message as well. It was very sad to hear. But yeah, damn.
Let me take these damn shades off, man. I've been wearing these shades too much.
golden time in music, that was for sure.
Yeah.
I'm probably a little older, so I'm more like Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back, stuff like that. That was kind of my jam when I was young. As a young little white kid from North England, like Beastie Boys and Public Enemy, and then Ice-T, Ice Cube. Especially loved Ice-T, me. I really loved Ice-T.
Yeah. Ice-T was him. Ice-T was him, boy.
It was real, you know? It was real.
Yeah.
Not that I knew anything about that world, but he still felt real to me, you know? I still know all the words to like most Ice-T songs.
Listen,
I don't even remember what I had for lunch yesterday, but I remember all the lyrics to like Flyby or Original Gangster, or you know what I mean? I'm like,
yeah. But it's really funny that, because basically just swiftly moving on to age, when you get older, don't you think you start to forget things more on the recency, and you reminisce about what was happening back then, because you have fonder memories back then. Not the fact that your life is better back then, but I think your recollection of your memory when you're younger is more stronger than it is when you're older for some reason. I find that now as well. Personally, I remember things way better from back in the day than I do now.
Bro, I'm 52 years old. I walk into rooms all the time and I forget what I went in for, you know. So
yeah. Ian, this has been happening. This has been happening to me for the past probably 5-6 years of my life.
There you go. Yeah.
I will go downstairs, and I get down there, and I'm like, wait a minute, let me go back upstairs and get that thought. I left the thought that I had in the room.
Yeah.
I have to go back upstairs.
Yo, it's like a Mario.
I have to go right back to the exact position I was before I went to go do what I forgot to do. Like, I left the thought up here. Let me go get that. And
it's like your game save point when you have to go back to your game save point to restart the level.
Yeah, auto save.
Auto save. What was I thinking? What do I need to grab? And all of a sudden, 5 minutes later, you're like, oh yeah, that's what I need to grab.
Crazy, bro.
That whole thing about stop thinking about it and it'll come to you. That's what I do. So.
Yeah, 100%. That's a good tactic. That's a good tactic. But going back onto sneakers, by the way, shout out to Rico and all the family and stuff like that, and stuff like that. But going back to sneakers today, so how's your week been? We all start off with the week because you got stories, bro. I know Q's got stories. Ian, you probably got stories, and yeah, go on. Let's start off with Q because Q's laughing. Go on, bro.
This is how old he is. He has to look up on his phone. What did I do yesterday?
I forgot, bro. I forgot. I went to a festival yesterday, dog. I forgot to send myself the picture, so I'm gonna try my best to put it on screen for y'all from my phone, bro.
You can't see it, bro. Okay.
Okay.
What is that? A concrete cinder block, bro?
Them the Roblox 7s, right?
It do look like the Roblox 7s, bro. It looks like the mafia didn't complete their assassination. It literally looks like half the sneakers are half in concrete.
It looks like the Adidas box trainers that were the April Fool recently.
That was interesting. That was interesting. I thought that Adidas whole thing was a gimmick. It was a gimmick, obviously, but I literally thought that they were going to. I'm glad what they did. I'm actually glad what they did, because I thought that if you bought the box, if you were in line to get the box and you actually purchased the box, they would have given you a secret drop that you wasn't expecting, and that would have been dope. But they actually did the raffle for I think some kind of designer suitcase or something like that, and which is dope.
TJ,
what's up, bro?
What secret they got that people gonna be excited about?
I don't know, bro. I'm just saying. Here we go.
What secret they got?
Maybe they would have dropped like just a restock of the 350 V1s, maybe, possibly, or the Wave Runners. That they, if you bought the box, you probably will end up with a secret drop for the Wave Runners. Who knows, bro? You could have done that. That would have been great. I reckon that would have been epic.
It was a joke.
The Wave Runner's the only decent easy from Adidas to come out.
I'm glad you said that.
It's the only.
Did you're not feeling the 350s at all, bro?
I never purchased any of them. They're not my bag. They never were. They're a Roshi. They're a. I've never been interested in any of the Yeezys at all. I like the Boost technology. I've had those,
yeah.
but.
Ian.
Here we go. Go.
You're right.
It's true, right? Listen, what you'll see with me is, although I like all kind of makes of trainers, and I've got all brands, I will be honest, there's a lot of Adidas that's not my bag at all. Just like there's Nike that aren't my bag,
Right. Okay. So, question. One question for you. What's your sport? Football?
Well, I mean, me personally, I played rugby.
So you're a rugby guy.
I was a rugby guy, but football is intertwined in our.
No, I mean when I say
culture.
Football, I mean soccer. Because you're from England.
I appreciate that.
You said it right. You said it right, Q, in the first place. Don't worry.
We invented it, so we invented it. We get to name it, right? I
ain't got no fighting. I ain't got no dog in that fight because I don't care about American football. Anyway.
But like you have to understand, especially with football, it's very tribal in the UK. It's super tribal.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking. So I want to know who's your team. Who's your team?
Well, I'm from Leeds, right? So I'm from the North English city called Leeds, with the fifth biggest metropolis in the UK. Around sort of 750,000, I think, something like that in our city. And where you're born, that's your team. You have no real choice in the matter. Some people float around, but generally, I was born in Leeds, so I support Leeds. You don't really have an option. If you walked around in a Manchester United shirt around Leeds City Centre, it wouldn't be.
That's dangerous.
The most sensible thing to do in the world,
Okay, so
that's very dangerous.
Leeds is your team.
Yeah.
I was born in a Nike city. Nike is my team. Okay.
I get that, brother, and I get that.
That's all it is to it. Just like this team on my hat, and every other hat I wear, that's my team. Just like this shirt that I wear.
Yeah.
Team Dungeon Family.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my side. I picked my side. I'm not going away from my side. It just so happened that the side I picked was the best side.
Well, I mean, this is something we can discuss. I mean, let's talk about that. When did they start? Was it 1964, right? When they were Blue Ribbon, yeah. Mm-hmm. When they stole ideas from everybody. Right?
What? Wait.
The first shoe they bought, the first shoe they brought to the American market, what was that? It was Onitsuka Tiger, right? So they brought that in. Then they stole the design, put a tick on it, or a check on it, or whatever, swoosh. And then that's...
It's not whatever, it's swoosh. Don't you ever say whatever when you talk about
we don't necessarily call it...
I know y'all say tick. I know y'all say tick. I respect that, but
But it was the
it's not whatever.
Cortez, right? So they changed it to the Cortez. So they took off the Asics logos and they stuck on the swoosh. So they were stealing designs before anyone else. And then they have the brass neck, as we say in the northern England. They have the cheek to go, oh, you were all stealing our ideas. Nah, you basically started as a company stealing ideas. No?
On the technicality, you are right. You are right. I think
blue ribbon, sure.
They didn't come Nike until 1971, so they've only been running for
officially
like 53 years, right?
It's really
73 is when Nike started popping off with the waffle and all that. Blah blah blah.
I think
I love that story. I love that story.
The waffle story is amazing. The fact that you like the mold from the waffle is basically from a waffle iron, which is amazing anyway.
His wife was so annoyed.
It's really fascinating because I think they still got that waffle iron in the Nike Vault, and they brought it out in one of their lives, which is amazing, which is so amazing to see. But I think the Cortez is a classic silhouette anyway. But I think they lean towards the waffle way more because they know if leaning toward the Cortez might come with that reprimand of what you just said.
It won't.
Oh, that's just
it won't,
but
it's over because you was right. The Cortez is rolling out now. The Midnight Navy Cortez, dope. The Forrest Gump's coming back again, dope.
Hold on. Let me just mention the book one with the Cortez colorway.
Oh,
I told you. I said to you yesterday, that looks absolutely epic. It looks like it's been suited for that sneaker. And the way they color transition that is beautiful.
Guess what I'm starting to see outside on feet?
Book ones.
No. Cortez.
Yeah,
dope
but that's
we call them dope mans.
Yeah, because of the LA connection. But
right.
We'll talk about that further because that's one of the quick strikes we need to talk about. But like it is happening because the whole Samba wave currently is, and it's really funny because I noticed this a couple of weeks back. The Samba wave is causing a lot of people to look for alternatives, which is quite interesting because a lot of people are looking for what's an alternative if you didn't want a Samba, and they're looking at Cortez and they're looking at other silhouettes, which is great. But Nike started off being running sneakers anyway. We know the fact that and it's funny that because a lot of these new brands, New Balance is a runner, Asics is a runner, Solomon's is like a runner. So all of these companies are starting off with where Nike started off with, which is running shoes, and then they started evolving into different sports, which is great because we know what Nike did with Michael Jordan, and we know what Nike did with the NBA, which is epic. And that's why I say that's the turning point in Nike's history is when they went full in like in a casino and just went, here you go, put all my bets on Michael Jordan. I want Michael Jordan. Yeah,
the bastard goat did it for us.
And it's almost like you're on a roulette and you just bet on the green, and that's the only thing you can ever bet on because that will give you everything you need.
But bro, Tinker and Bowerman, and also what's the dude? The dude they took a big shit on him in the movie.
On the end movie,
his name now. Not Howard, the other white guy.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
The people back then that were able to catapult the company. Guys like Tinker and Bill Bowerman. They operate so shrewdly throughout the history of the industry. When you they the bully, they the big bad bullies.
Yeah.
They put their money where their mouth is. They bank on themselves. And I think that's where some of these companies take L's, is they don't bank on themselves. They don't go all in on certain things. Nike goes all in more than anybody else. Whether it works or not, they going all in. They went all in on the Scorpion. The Scorpion is horrible.
Yeah.
But they made 6-7 colorways, and they thought we was gonna give them $250. No, bro. They horrible. They trash. Stop. I tried. I can't look. Take the wool from over everybody's eyes. The Scorpion is a horrible sneaker. It is.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I like the design aesthetics of it, of the concept of it, like the whole fact that it's designed over from Scorpion. You turn to the outsole, it looks like a Scorpion. I like that, but it just a Vapor Max is not as expensive as a Scorpion. No. And I know the reason why it's so highly priced at this moment in time is because a lot of innovation design went behind it and to manufacture it, which is fine, but it doesn't. They thought they could do something in the street culture with that Scorpion, and it didn't work. It didn't work. No, this is why I think we're gonna go into it later on. The innovation side is I think they tweaked the innovation side slightly to do something different to it, and we'll discuss it later. But this is why I think the DNs is a dope rendition, like in terms of what it's doing.
We're gonna talk about that too. But we started off with Ian. You mentioned in the Samba, like, so how was your beginning? Was it you being roped into Adidas because of the football culture, or
no? Ray, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Because I'm going to shock you now. The trainer that got me into sneakers was a Nike, and it was.
Of course, it was.
I'm just going to say. And I'll tell you why, okay? But also you have to understand, with the football culture, it wasn't just Adidas; it was Nike as well. Back in the day, all right?
Was it now?
Because I'm gonna balance things out, Q. I'm not one of those haters, okay? I'm honest, and I like all different things, okay?
Okay.
But it was around 1979, 1980. And there weren't all the Foot Lockers and all this kind of thing. They were just mum and pop stores attached to, say, a supermarket or like a shopping area or whatever. And I went in with my mum, and there was these ones on sale, and they were bright blue with a yellow swoosh. And I saw them, and I think I've tried to do research, and I think the only one that it could possibly be is actually called Nike Elite OG, and it was around 1980. And it was the beautiful blue with the bright yellow swoosh, and it on the bed it had a blue and then a white and then the trap, and they were on super sale. I think they were like £20 or something like
super
that at the time. You know, like one size left, nothing left, but it happened to be my size, and I rocked into school with them on, and people were going, there you go. That's it. There you go.
Oh, beautiful.
There's a black and red colorway too, which is also dope.
Yeah, I mean, they're just there it is. Look at it. Look at that. It's just a beautiful design. They tried it with the waffle too recently, but nothing beats that shape. That shape is better. It's a better, slimmer side view. And I went into school, and people were like, check out it, and that feeling. That, that still gets me at 52. If somebody's like, and
got goosebumps right now for you.
And it caught me, and then that was it. I was like, Then I wanted them, and obviously, I'll have to explain.
It's crazy.
A Yorkshireman, right? They have a joke about a Yorkshireman and a Scotsman being so tight that copper wire was invented by a Scotsman and a Yorkshireman fighting over a penny, and they made copper wire. So my dad was not having any of it, you know. He was like, I want £1 for £1's worth, and he would not buy. I was like, I want these, and my dad was like, nah. And I was like stuck in plimsolls. You might remember them, TJ, plimsolls.
Yeah. I had to say, my family, even though I was brought up in the 80s, like I moved from East Africa when I was 4 years old, probably like 86. So when I moved over, because my family wasn't really like rich or couldn't afford, same motto, you get what you basically stretch the pound as much as possible, and this is this is why I'll have once shoe a year, but gym shoes used to be plimp soles and all that stuff, because that's what you could afford, and that used to be what you used to have. So I remember plimp soles quite well, and
supermarket black canvas, with elasticated little bit in the middle.
That's the one.
Like
That's the one.
Absolute dweeb. It was horrendous. And my dad was like, I'm not spending £30 on a pair of trainers.
Yeah.
I'm not having, I was like,
Plimp soles were like what, $5 or even not even that.
You could buy them in a gas station. There'd be gas station trainers. Excuses. So I was like,
Tinkerbell plimp soles.
Oh no, not the. Oh, bro.
So yeah, they were. So that was kind of like where my love, like that feeling of just everyone just going wow, and I was like, I was addicted to that. But so then I was in trouble until I was about 12 or 13, and I was in a shop and I wanted these gazelles, because by then the casual culture had really started and hit the more sort of the big lads were wearing the suede flat shoes, and I'd seen them and I wanted them, and I saw the gazelles and I wanted them, and my dad was like, nah, you're not having them, you got like 15 quid or you're not having anything. So he says, if you want them, you get a job. So I basically just walked out of my house that moment, walked up, got myself a job cleaning in a bakery when I was about barely 13. And I bought my first pair of Adidas Gazelle in a turquoise colour, round 85, I'd say. And then that was it. Then I was earning money. I was a stupid boy. I went into a bakery. What did I expect? 3 o'clock starts, But I was the little Saturday boy that went in there and cleaned all the equipment and stuff, and I got my £1 an hour or whatever it was. And eventually,
motto of the day today is don't complain, do something about it, and that's the motto of the day. Don't complain. If something's wrong, do something about it. Find solutions. Don't complain and don't argue. Just find solutions.
Oh, listen, don't worry, I complained, but my dad wasn't listening, so I was like,
complain a bit, but do something about it.
I was well complaining, but my dad was just not listening to me at all. He was like, nah. They're exactly the same, and he'd show me one, and it was like, no, they're not. There'd be like, there was Mitre, Patrick,
Umbro.
Umbro, Dunlop. The Dunlop green flash.
I seen Dunlop make tires, bro.
Yes, exactly.
Dunlop was a tennis sneaker here, right? Everybody like Dunlop.
No, Dunlop is a tire in the US, bro.
No, I know that, and there's still ties here. But Dunlop's used to do
green flash.
Yeah,
bro, when I saw Dunlop's,
the
first time I saw Dunlop sneakers, I could not believe it. I'm like, what is going on here? This can't be how the world works.
By the way, remember when Umbro was sponsoring the England T-shirt, England like full get up, tops, bottoms, sneakers, all of that stuff, bro? That was a big thing. That was a big thing in the 90s. Umbro was a huge thing in the 90s.
Bro, Umbro was soccer exclusive for us. If you didn't play soccer or have on a soccer kit, ain't no Umbro. You go to school with Umbro shoes on if you want to. Go ahead.
Hey, listen, Q. Listen,
Q.
We suffered the same way, Q. But my dad didn't care. He just didn't care. He was like,
"You think my mama cared?"
No, for sure not.
My mama didn't give a damn. Bro, I said this before. I had the conversation with my mom. I went to her house and I had on Fire Red 5s. And I told her, I said, this shoe that I have on right now, I have it now because I couldn't get it as a kid. And she well, if I would have known, all right, lady.
Yeah.
All right,
you should have finished the sentences. If you would have
wouldn't
known,
give
you
me
still
no
would have cared.
125. Yeah,
No.
you wouldn't give me 125 to get no. You was not going to pay $125 for them shoes.
You know what? I like this conversation is very relatable because we had this conversation with that Dark Horse and Daniel. Shout out to Daniel because we had this conversation with Daniel as well. And what you don't realize is we've been brought up it's not even about ethnicity or where you come from. We've been brought up with parents that were very strict on spending, and you have to be really abiding by their guidelines because if they couldn't afford it, they couldn't afford it, and they will give you what they want. Yeah, even then,
they still wouldn't do it, bro.
Yeah,
like
'cause they ain't got money
in
for you.
1990, I was 8, dog. I was still a good kid then. Like I didn't go outside till I was like 12, 13 when I finally jumped off the porch, cutting school and smoking and all that. You know, rapping, trying to really be in the streets and learning what the street culture is really about. Because my family is from the projects, but I only had one uncle that was in the streets, and he ended up being a crackhead. So, I mean, R.I.P. Shout out my uncle Blade. They call him Blade because they say he used to be so sharp back in the day. He was sharper than a razor blade.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Super cool name, that.
Super cool.
So
But
everybody
by the way,
called him Blade. He used to run around with my Uncle Keith who just passed. But yeah,
by the
man.
way,
Go
if
ahead.
you haven't watched Snowfall, I don't know if you guys have watched Snowfall before. That covers a crack epidemic in LA, which is awesome. It's worth watching. I watched that. I finished that the other day. It was heart wrenching at the end. I'm not even joking. It got to me massively.
Yeah.
You've seen it, haven't you, bro? Yeah.
I didn't watch the show, but I saw what happened to the.
But the thing is, because I live with the show over 3 months, and that's the worst thing because you don't get to live with it every year. You get to live with it in a short period of time, and
That's
it's like
how
a
it is,
movie.
though.
Yeah,
Bro, my dad. When I meet people that knew my dad, they always tell me about how fresh he used to be and how talented he was and how smart he was. I knew my dad as a crackhead.
Oh.
So how do all these people have all this positive stuff to say about what? Because that was pre-84, pre-85.
Yeah.
After 85, I was born in 82. By 85, my dad was already pretty much gone. You know what I mean? He walked out. My mom told me, I'm seriousing it out, but hell, I'm here now. My my mom told me she gave my dad an ultimatum on Thanksgiving Day, 1985. Either you go hang out with your dudes or you stay here and have Thanksgiving dinner with your family. And he thought it was a game. So he left out that door. And he ain't had no way back in there. You know what I mean? Like, nah, it's a wrap, bro.
Yeah, life is, bro. When we watch his documentaries and when we watch his series and movies and stuff like that, you don't realize it actually really did affect people massively like that. And it's only when you reaccount people's like stories, it's really heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking as well, like really. And that obviously, if you watch Snowfall, it covers Freeway Ricky Ross, which is a legitimate guy, not the rapper, it's a legitimate guy.
It started about his story, but it spun it out of respect. I feel like out of respect for, because he tried to sue them and everything. I don't know what happened with that, but it started off being his story, but he wasn't a part of it.
No.
So due to out of respect for him, they spun it into just a story, a random story.
Yeah, but the main character in that is awesome. He's British, by the way, and I didn't realize.
Freeway Ricky Ross, the real Ricky Ross, is not a crackhead.
No. But the thing
He's
is,
doing very well for himself these days.
Yeah, but the main antagonist in that he isn't a crackhead either. He's not. He becomes a drunk. I'm not gonna spoil it, but he's not. He doesn't touch anything illegal. But it's great watch. Go and watch it if you can. But yeah. Back to the story, bro. Back to the story.
Nah, I wanted to show y'all some of the boots that we had to deal with. It was this one brand, XJ900. that was in all the bootleg stores. Paid no mind to the actual Jordan picture of it, but like LA Gears, British Nikes.
I had some British Knights. There you go.
BKs were cool for a little while in the US, just like LA Gears were, but that's like kid stuff. That's like elementary. You know, if you're in elementary, you could wear British Nikes, Diodoras, and Elise. Y'all know Elise?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It's Italian design.
Right, all that stuff, LA Gears and all them. LA Gear was like the light up shoe company.
Yeah, I remember that.
They made shoes with lights in them and all the fake air bubbles and whatnot. But yeah, we all I think we all had the same experience with parents that my mom was not fashionable in that way.
I think I copped the plea, if I'm honest. I think I copped the plea because the school I went to was more of I would say ethnic school, because basically a lot of immigrants that came into the country actually ended up going to that school. So I didn't experience the same thing, and we had school uniforms, so it kind of neutralized. Right? Yeah. It kind of neutralized anything that was to do with like wearing whatever you wanted to wear. So it became like black shoes, black trousers, black blazers, all that stuff. So it became more of a like.
I hear Ian.
It became more of a cheers. It became more of a like. It became more neutralized, where not a lot of people would wear what they wanted to wear, because it became more like, oh, you gotta wear this because it's the school uniform. So we kind of copped the plea that way. I mean, when we did have non-school uniform days, it was just like one day in every like so often every semester, and then you could just wear what you wanted to wear. But yeah, I was lucky in that retrospect, because we didn't have that same culture.
See, we didn't get uniforms until I was a senior, and the next year they were gonna start making the students wear uniforms. My whole school life was a fashion show. I'm trying to tell you, from middle school, from 6th grade to 12th grade, every day was a fashion show.
See, we didn't have that. We were in uniform, but it was still a fashion show, because with the the football culture, the clothes and fashions that people were wearing, the whole reason it got smarter was to avoid police detection. Originally,
Martin broke this down for us too. Go ahead.
Originally, it was they were in sort of Doc Martens and bother boys because they were out fighting, but then they had trouble with the police because they were easily identifiable. So what they did was they started dressing in a more, like they call it, sort of quiet luxury way now, where they were wearing Fila, a less Sergio Tacchini, things like that, like the more...
Wait, what's their last brand?
Tennis. Sergio Tacchini.
I don't know. Yeah, I heard it before as well.
They were like tennis stuff. And so they'd wear that, and they wouldn't have a short haircut. They used to have quite long hair in like a, quite long, coming down just below their eyebrows. Yeah, I used to have hair,
like Jenny.
So I used to do the same, but unfortunately not so much now. Exactly, it looked like a Lego.
A bowl.
And so they wore that to get away from being nabbed by the police all the time. So the style was. You'd wear older people's clothes. Like, for example, there's a golf brand called Pringle, and we used to wear Pringle sweaters. They had like diamonds on them. They were proper old. They were only worn by golfers, and then we started wearing them. So also there's a French shoe brand called Kicker, and you can still buy Kickers now.
Yeah, I remember Kickers.
So what we'd do is we'd wear like a Pringle jumper with a pair of Farrah's trousers and Kicker shoes. So even though we were in uniform, you were still kind of flexing.
Yeah, I think when Reebok Classics came about, and that the all black Reebok Classics was popular with the people that could afford it, because it was still an all black sneaker or an all black shoe that you could wear. Yeah, exactly.
But see, Reeboks were like the minimum for us. Reeboks, K-Swiss, Eastland. Y'all got Eastland over there, like the boot company.
No, no,
Bro, I remember, and I hope I got some Atlanta people, some Georgia people watching. I know I do, but I know I got some U.S. people that's gonna remember Eastland, especially people from probably up north. Yo, Eastland came through when the Timberland Constructs was ruling the world, and Eastland came through with these boots, and for some reason, hold on, not Sperry's, not all these other companies, in my opinion, been trying to catch up with Eastland. Here we go. The Eastlands with the buckle.
Ooh, that actually
Man,
dope.
listen.
Because they're kind
The
of like
Lows-
a Timberland boat shoe, aren't they?
Yeah.
Bro, but it's a whole boot with a shoe kind of vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? Look at this, bro. Look at that, bro. That is so hard. Because we was doing khakis, duck head. We started doing sweater vests, like the whole preppy style,
There you go.
polos, dad hats. We was doing skippers, bro. We went through so many phases in Atlanta with styles, dog. Like Cartier glasses, Versace glasses with clear frames. Ain't no medication in them shades, dog. They not shades though. They glasses. Dudes would walk around with clear frame Cartiers, clear frame Versace glasses, with polo sweater vest and some polo skippers and khakis, like they finna go yachting. But they got a pocket full of stones.
But that's very similar. So you're doing similar kind of. This is what I mean.
Yeah.
And this is what's cool about this kind of community is already we're finding similarities between each other rather than differences, and that's kind of what it's about, isn't it? You know, like we were doing the same. We were dressing up as like preppy or our version of preppy. You know, for different reasons, but for the same reason, kind of thing.
Similar reason,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah, you just wanted you wanted to kind of go undercover, like you know. So
Yeah, but the thing is, it was always about being fresh and clean. It's always about being like
you gotta be fresh.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what brand, as long as you bring it. That's the most important thing. We could wear any brand, but as long as you have confidence and you're fresh and clean with it, that's all that matters.
Hey, Pimp C said it best, bro. It don't matter what kind of music you make, as long as it's jamming.
Yeah.
Q said it best. The shoes don't make you cool. You make the shoes cool.
Exactly.
See?
Exactly that.
Listen.
Exactly that.
No, we know that now. We know you
know
can
that
see
for
that
sure.
when you go outside. Some people you be like, bro. I saw some people. I see people all the time. I saw some folks yesterday. I seen some Chicago's. I seen some Carmines. I saw a lot of Sambas. I saw some 550s. Like I said, I saw some Dope Mans. And I'm looking at some of the stuff like, you should have put on some different pants, or that jacket ain't hitting right, or I do that. I try not to judge people, but we do that because I tend to make shoe contact before I make eye contact.
Yeah.
So I'm going from the feet up, like I do for myself. When I put fists together, it's dependent on two things: the hat and the shoes.
You see, this is exactly right, and this is the problem that I have that you won't have, Q. Is because you're in a lane. You've got a certain lane for your shoes. I'm all over the place, so I need outfits for different shoes. Like some of my terrace shoes, I can't wear them with the baggy stuff. But then the runners that I wear baggies with them. You know.
Have you ever
So it cost me a
cross-branded?
fortune.
Have you
I
ever
never
cross-branded?
No, I never cross-branded. Never doing that.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Round of applause.
No, never.
Applause. All y'all out there cross branding. My wife told y'all weeks ago it's dumbass behavior. Stop it. It's
Your
not
wife
good for the
is
community.
Correct. Your wife
We
is
will not.
correct.
We will not claim y'all. Okay, none of us claim y'all.
No.
So what drew you to because you started off with liking the Nike Elite. So what drew you back to like Adidas? Not back to Adidas. What drew you to Adidas?
I think if I'm honest, it was my environment. You know, I was around the big
Hooligans.
lads. Well, I knew them. I wasn't one. But
Sure you weren't.
no. I was.
Ian was not a hooligan, y'all.
No,
he was not.
absolutely
Hooligan
Absolutely
behavior.
not. No. But I kind
were
of
hooligan
looked up to
adjacent.
those boys. I was hooligan adjacent. I like that. But I used to see the big lads wearing stuff, and then obviously I wanted to imitate what the big lads were wearing. They were going off to the football, and then at that time there were more and more styles of the Adidas shoes coming through because of the northern football teams travelling around Europe. They would travel around Europe and they'd steal everything because over there they didn't have the security on the high-end shops. So that's where all the Fila came in, that's where the Stone Island came, that's where the CP company came, and that's where all of the different Adidas came in. And back then,
How old is Stone Island?
Stone Island 70s, is it?
Yeah.
70s,
Wow.
something like that. I'm not a Stone Island aficionado at all, but they because I couldn't afford that, but they were stealing it, bringing it over, and then they'd wear it, and then they'd wear it for a little bit and I'm sure the same for you guys because we're of a similar age. You want it to be different. You didn't want to be the same. Now these people all wearing the same Travis Scotts or whatever, I just don't. It doesn't compute to me, and I think that is probably why I've got the trainer collection I have. Is because I don't want to look the same as everybody else. I want to have something a little bit different. I suppose that's why I've got quite a lot of collabs, because at least then 9 times out of 10, unless you're going to a sneaker event, you're not going to like bump into somebody wearing the same stuff. And
I think that's just the same. That's just, a lot of people right now are moving the same way because unfortunately it means that everybody's gonna everybody's gonna have collabs. But a lot of people are moving more technically to get collaborations or special sneakers or honestly, I love the Soulfly 8s. I love it to bits, and my love for the 8s is growing massively. But I got that because not because you couldn't get it here, but I got that because you couldn't get it here. And that's it means if I do rock it,
you wouldn't have cared. You
I
wouldn't
wouldn't
have
have
cared. If Offspring had it, if Offspring had 50 pairs,
I would have got it still.
You wouldn't have cared. Don't try to put your love for 8s on exclusivity. You fell in love with 8s with the Rui because of the design. You didn't know 8s. I know yo. Come on, bro. Don't do this. Don't make me expose you.
My love for 8s grew
You
massively
love
over the
8s,
last couple of years. Yeah. But it means that you can just like right this moment in time. There's obviously like the Awake. Even like if I love a sneaker, I will always go for a sneaker. That's no dead given. I will always go for something I love. But if it makes it a bit more special when you can't. It's very hard to get as well. And this is why some of us still love that exclusivity because we desire something that nobody else has got.
Exclusivity will always play a factor, bro. Like Ian said,
yeah.
I got sneaker event tucks. See what I'm saying? I got stuff, and some of this stuff, like my Sashiko 4s, I already know I could pull them out any day and crack everybody in the building. Everybody. Because that shoe didn't drop in the US. Yeah. I've seen it on foot once. Other than my pair. I've seen it once. And I walked straight up to him. I was at work. I was in my work uniform. Clothes, I'm not 808 Kicks. This is Q. This is work Q right here. Nah, bro. Listen. I say, where you got them from? I kind of tried it. I said, where you got them from? Overseas, right? He said, yeah. I gave him an in. I gave him an easy in. I said, what store? What's the one with the B2? Got you. Same place I got mine from. Yes, I said, same place I got mine from. I said, I done wore him like 2-3 times. This was a tattoo artist. He was standing outside of the tattoo shop smoking a cigarette, and I just had to, bro. Because I made sneaker contact, so I had to go have. Yesterday, I saw a guy with Bolt Harachi 2K4s on.
Ooh.
Bruh, I promise you. And he was so tacky. Shout out to bruh. We followed each other on IG. His outfit didn't have nothing to do with the shoe, dog. I mean, he had on like a tan, like with some bright green and black 2K. He walked past me, and I couldn't take my eyes off his shoes. I said, "What is going on? What is going on right here?" 2Ks, bro. You don't see 2Ks every day.
And that goes back to what you said, Ian, about you know, you want to be you want to be exclusive, and all of a sudden you like that admiration of like when somebody looks at your sneakers and, oh damn, they look nice. I think our core essence is drive by that. It's like the needing for self-validation is a massive drive for us. Yo bro, they look dope. Hey, that's dope. That's out there as well. That's very out there.
I had never seen these in real life. Seen pictures, but the man walked past me with them on. I had to go talk to him, bro, and he was ready to talk. I had to walk away from him because his girl was standing there waiting on us to stop.
My wife would say the same thing, Q. I get the same. My poor wife.
You know, the only person I've actually seen do that is Dell. Shout out to Dell, because every time he sees a great sneaker, he always stops the person and has a conversation with him. You know what? Like I said, our core essence is to find that admiration and to feel validated, and I think that validation is a lot of sneakerheads won't admit it, but that's our core essence, is to get that validation from what we rock and what we fit, because let's be honest, a lot of us sneakerheads put a lot of effort into what we get, what we fit, how we fit it, how we look, and when somebody compliments you out there, it's like, yeah, I feel like I've done something right. And that validation is a massive, massive part of being a sneakerhead, I reckon.
You know what though? I'm gonna semi-agree with you. I have to feel like it first before I let anybody else see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it has to hit me right here in the middle. For me,
and that's where the effort comes in.
I need people to see this.
Yeah, but
I need people to understand how I put it on. Because it's all representation. It's I think it's projecting. I'm projecting my vibe out on everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So if I don't feel right about the vibe before I even step out the door, it's been times, bro, I turn the alarm on, get in the car and everything, and be like, I don't feel right.
And it goes back to your comment. It's the way you fit in and the way you rock it. If you feel confident in it, and like this is why, like I said, you when you have that fit, when you have like I want to put this and this and this together because I feel good. I want to rock it, and then when you get that validation, it's like a check in the box. Like I did something good. But that's where all the effort comes in, because like as a sneakerhead, we just don't buy sneakers. And you're gonna probably agree with this. We buy the fits to go with it. We buy the stuff that goes with it. Like some people go to the extremes where they actually put like socks on to match their sneaks, to match their joggers, to match their hoodies, or like I'm picking up varsity jackets to match my sneakers. That's a massive effort. And then when you put that effort in, there you go, with the socks as well. But when you put, I'm not going to show my socks today. I haven't got proper socks on. But when you put that effort in. When you put that effort in, it's really nice to see when people appreciate that, because you put so much effort into your fit. But like going back to your story, because we keep dodging the story. Going back to the story about the people like going abroad for the soccer matches, coming back with the stolen goods. Like that's where the uniqueness comes from. So like that did that draw you back into like the whole Adidas?
I mean from then it was like that. It was all Adidas. I mean it comes from the football, the soccer. The casual fashion, and that was sort of the 80s, you know. It wasn't just the flat suedes, it was the tennis shoes as well. We were more kind of the Ivan Lendl guy. There's a one of my favourite shoes of all time is Lendl Pro, Adidas Lendl Pro. they're a grail, and the reason they're a grail is because it is literally impossible to get that shoe now, because the midsole has just gone to powder. They haven't reissued it at all ever. They have had one similar to it called like the Tennis Royal and stuff like that, but generally they haven't reissued it. And I had a pair of those back in sort of like the late 80s. But then once you start getting into the Adidas side of things, or a lot of people now, there you go. I know it's
I like that.
It probably doesn't look
nice.
much to you guys, but this shoe is just sex to
This is
me.
what I'm talking about, Ian. This is what I'm talking about. Why aren't they doing this? Tell me why.
I honestly don't know.
This is what they need to do.
I've contacted him. I've even contacted him, sent DMs. There's the guy called Gary Aspen. He does the Special range. That's probably the closest that you'll come to sort of a capsule release. They do 2 capsule releases a year, and that's very much of the sort of the casual style, where they'll go back into the archives and then they'll slightly tweak something for modern day with modern day technology maybe in it, or they can't do exactly the same because that last has been lost. And I've sent him this. I've like, please do the Lendl Pro, please do it, because I'd love it.
Bro,
but
they too inclusive, dog. They are way too inclusive on things that the culture wants. Like they can't keep doing this, bro.
They need
Like,
to jump out of the box. They need to jump out of the box, 100%. They need to kind of
TJ.
like what wouldn't God.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Why is this aftermarket? This, come on, bro.
There is one. They have released one of these. In fact, the one you're highlighting, they've released that. That was part of the Specials. Yeah, the Tennis Super. That's the one I was mentioning before. They did release that. I think it was maybe 8 years ago now, maybe 7 years ago.
And you know when I keep mentioning they haven't, like we keep mentioning they haven't got the silhouettes. They haven't got the silhouettes. They have.
They've got the biggest archive. They've got the biggest archive. Biggest.
And
way bigger
and the
than
thing is,
Nike or anyone.
yeah, exactly. But what we mean by that is, and just to rectify that, they haven't got the biggest archive. They haven't got the biggest.
Not way bigger.
No,
way bigger.
And when we mention that, it's not because we don't see it. That's what I'm trying to get at. We don't see that. We see the fact that what they're releasing. All we see is campus gazelles, and then and what do you call it?
Specials.
And sambas and sambas and specials. Give us something different. Like don't NMD the silhouettes you've got already, and this is what it is, and this is what I'm afraid of, and we'll discuss later, but this is what it is at this moment in time. You need to give the public something different. You can't keep giving them the same thing because you'll get tired of it.
Do you know one of Adidas's biggest issues with this situation is that, unlike Nike, who've always kind of had everything under one umbrella, back in the day with Adidas, they used to license to other countries. So they had like a license to Argentina, and then they'd make specials only for the Argentinian market. And there was, say, like in France, they did the same, and they did it in all different countries around the world. And the problem is, a lot of those archive pieces that I'd love to see again, they can't redo, because, like I said, the last has been lost, or it had the intellectual property only in Argentina or in Japan or wherever, and so they've lost a lot of their products from that. But I totally agree with you. Like, it frustrates me because I really have a love for Adidas, and I think a lot of that, to be honest with you, was also due to the community. Prior, I have always bought different trainers. I bought a pair of Bape in 2006 in Japan. I've bought Nikes throughout as well, and this kind of thing. So I do and even more so now, I do go all brands, but
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Very dope. I remember that.
Yeah, that's Lendl. That's
but remember, like what's the thing? The difference is, like, I would say Nike's marketing is top tier. Like Nike's marketing is absolutely top tier.
But the thing, that's what they do.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And they're perfect. They're very perfect at it. The fact that we're gonna get, obviously it looks like we're gonna get the Tech Challenge 2 back with the Agassiz, which I'm looking forward to. And they, like, even when you go back a couple of years, when they did the Passport SB Dunks, and they brought that because the Passport SB Dunks was all about the Union ones I'm talking about, when they went and said, oh cool, I'm gonna bring all of those passports back into and bring it back into, like, giving it globally, because that was original, and it was basically, because it was regional, they brought it back together and sent it to the whole globe and said, this is what we're doing. This, I know this was limited back in the day, but we're going to do this. This is what something that Adidas should be doing. They could do.
I don't disagree with you. It frustrates me because I really do have a love for the brand. I like the stories behind it. I like the fact that, like, the three stripes themselves were bought, or this is, like, whether it's folklore or not, but I've heard this from numerous sources, that the three stripes was bought off the brand Carhu in 1953.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
$1,500 and 2 bottles of whiskey. I just love
I heard that too. I heard that too.
But then it had a function, right? It had a function to hold the foot in. That's what the three stripe was for.
But what y'all gonna do now? Cause we coming for that market too now.
Yeah, the field general is the field general.
This black and white field general is about to move around. It's gonna move around. It's simple. It's black and white. It's the same style. I'm pretty sure it's more comfortable than a Samba. I'm pretty sure. I'm absolutely positive it's more comfortable than a Samba. I'm gonna just say that.
Samba's from 1950 though. You're just copying, aren't you?
Yeah, you know? But the thing is, the like we've seen the return.
My bad. The Bodhi Astro Grabber's coming too.
I quite like that, you know.
Yeah, I know you do.
I quite like that.
Everybody likes what we do.
It's okay. Simple.
Yeah.
But
we coming for that market too, and we gonna get it.
But also, like, they brought back. They brought back a couple of, like, Nike's bringing back a lot of stuff recently, which is awesome. So you was probably around for the Nike. Is that a waffle I've seen your hands?
No, this is what brought me back to the swoosh.
Oh.
Pegasus 83 Amiga Flame, not released until 2020 was the first time after 1983.
Ooh. On that, Ian. How did you feel? How did you feel? Because there was a.
I'll lick it later.
Kiss the swoosh.
I'll lick it later.
not the song.
Wait a minute. Pause.
No Diddy.
I let you get away with way bigger. I should have paused you on that. I should have paused you on way bigger. But I'm gonna lick it later. No Diddy. All right. No Diddy.
But basically, so you saw the Nike. I think in the 90s, early 90s. We saw this massive wave of Nike's Air Maxes, all of that stuff, kind of, especially with the Air Max 1 coming through. We saw that massive wave come through in the late 80s and early 90s. How did that affect your pickups? Because to that point, I would reckon you was picking up Adidas's. I'm just saying, but speculating.
Yeah, generally it was mostly Adidas jeans, especially. I really like those. They were one of the first Adidas trainers that weren't specifically made for a sport. Like all of the others, the ones that have come before, they were all rooted in a very niche sport in a lot of ways. Like the handball was for handball. There was like the Samba was a track shoe, so and then it was a football like a football shoe as well, and the Gazelle the indoor gazelle, but the jeans were specifically made to stand on the terraces while wearing jeans. There's a Mark 1, there's a Mark 2. But the Mark 1 is my particular favourite, and I've had numerous pairs of that, probably, I don't know, 10 pairs at least, of the Adidas jeans. Great, beautiful, almost like a kind of runner flat suede hybrid. Superb, beautiful.
So in 1987, Tinker, or 1986, the Big Bubble, and in 1987, the Tinker Hatfield Air Max 1 comes in.
And my dad said no. My dad said no. That's what happened. You have to understand, the Air Max 1 was an expensive shoe. And still is in comparison to, say, like a Samba or a Gazelle. You know, you can still buy a Samba or a Gazelle for like $100, right? But the other stuff back then, I just couldn't afford it. I didn't start. The first Air Max I had was a 95 in 95. I had the neon. Yeah, they're the Mark 2s that you've got up there. The Mark 1 is slightly different. It hasn't got the shoe bumper on the front.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did it change?
I just wanted to throw it up there.
How did it change the culture within the streets in the schools? That's the most, like, because I was young. I was a young baby. I wouldn't even have known anything that in that age. But what changes did you see physically in the street, like in the streets and in the schools, and because Nike had come out with the Air Max 1?
The rich kids had the Nikes. That's what came out, especially at our school. It was the kids who had a bit more money and were allowed to have that kind of money spent on them, But the north-south divide is quite strong with this, Like if you go to different cities around the UK, you're going to have different sort of shoes that were super important to that youth at that time. When you're coming up north, when you're talking about the London, the Manchesters, the Leeds, the Liverpools, in general, certainly for that sort of time period, it was tennis shoes and it was flat suede shoes. More tennis shoes, to be honest, than flat suedes were later. There were more tennis shoes that were being worn at that time, white tennis shoes, We didn't have the options available to us that you do now. We had nowhere near that choice,
So when you're saying tennis shoes, are you being sports specific or are you being general when you say tennises?
Yeah, so I'm talking like the Lendl Pro that I showed you earlier, or a Stan Smith, or Nasty. Anyway, another.
So in the US in the '90s, tennis shoes was a general term. Jordans were tennis shoes, Air Force Ones were tennis shoes, Agassiz were tennis shoes. The Agassiz were tennis shoes.
Yeah, tennis shoes. Yeah.
But my mom called sneakers tennis shoes. It was never sneakers. Like she's just tennis shoes was a general term for sneakers. Like nobody said sneakers. At least in the South back then, it was tennis shoes.
Yeah, but the thing is, I second that actual north-south divide, because when the swoosh, when it was, well, especially in school, when the swoosh, it was all about swoosh. Everybody was Air Max, swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. It's all about Nike Air. That's probably the first memory I have of sneakers is basically, Nike Air. You gotta have a swoosh. You gotta have a Nike Air, and that was massive in London, because it was like it's a culture. The divide is massive. Like when we think about it, because when you go up to school, like if we're gonna talk to Scott, who basically he picks up sneakers in Scotland. They don't wear Jordans or Nikes. They don't wear stuff like that. And even though you have shops, even though most of the people that actually pick up sneakers are either true sneakerheads that actually migrate from down south to north, or they're people that actually retail sneakers, and that's what the actual Scotland, the north and south divide is, and you see that more because a lot of people up north wear more Adidases than the people down south.
I mean, this has changed, I reckon, realistically over the last sort of 10 years.
Yeah,
because of influences from everywhere, and obviously with the internet and that.
It also goes down to availability as well.
Now Jordans are everywhere. The younger ones are. There's a lot of them. They're all wearing the Jordans and stuff like that. It's just that from me growing up, Jordan was never a thing, you know.
No.
And I think that's where this whole like joking us versus them thing comes from, is because. It didn't even reach the dial where I was from. You know, a little white lad from the north of England.
It was everything.
It wasn't about basketball. It was
everything for us. Michael Jordan was everywhere when I was a child.
And this is what
cartoons, commercials, talk shows, TV shows. Michael Jordan was everything to a young black kid in the U.S. Michael Jordan was Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, Mike Tyson.
All the mics, the three mighty mics.
And we were obviously very aware of Michael Jordan, but there was no games on the TV. There was nothing like that. The biggest American thing was American football came over to the UK around in the 80s, and so there was a lot of that going on. I really liked the LA Raiders at the time, and the reason I liked the LA Raiders was because Ice Cube had an LA Raiders hat on,
right?
You know,
all
like
the time.
NWA and stuff like that. So, from a love of the hip hop side of things and what he was wearing, and then when they all came over and played at Wembley and stuff like that in the 80s, so the American football thing was available to us, and we watched that. But there was no basketball games on TV. There was no I was still aware of him. Obviously, I was aware of him. I mean, he's a worldwide international superstar.
And I can second that because my first memory of basketball was in the playground and hearing of the 3P of the Chicago Bulls with Michael Jordan. That was my first ever memory, and this is why I say this is why Michael Jordan is very significant for Nike and Jordan brand, because we didn't get stuff we had how many channels we had back then? 3 channels. Yeah, 3 channels, bro.
I remember.
If you didn't have cable, if you didn't have cable. Or if you weren't rich enough to have cable, like we weren't, you would have 3 channels, three government channels, and they didn't show basketball or anything like that. We used to get football, which is soccer to you guys, with international wise, and that was it, bro. And what we heard was rumors and hysteria about Michael Jordan doing the 3P and all of that stuff, and that's where when I first knew about basketball, from my school day grounds, when you would hear about his feats and what he's done, and then as you get older you can learn more, and you evolve more, and you learn more about basketball, and you want to know more about basketball because of Michael Jordan. What the guys in the States don't realize is that's how we grew up as kids, knowing basketball through Michael Jordan. And this is why it's very significant for the brand and for us, because we grew up knowing Michael Jordan. Bro, we didn't know about any of the other athletes back then. We were like maybe 10 or 11 or 12, and we were hearing about Michael Jordan. See what I'm saying? So that's our first ever memories about basketball. So when you mention Jordan Brand and Michael Jordan, yeah, because I knew him from the playground when people were talking about him. Because the rich kids was watching basketball.
People. That's why people wear, like we was talking about how the hybrids and the Team Jordans are doing so well now. That's why. It's people that are older than us. It's people that's older than you, Ian, that were in their 20s and 30s.
Can't be that old. Come on.
No shade.
Come on.
No shade. No shade. No, I'm saying no shade. But like for our no.
I'm suffering now, man. That's what happens.
People from that generation, like people that were grown when Michael Jordan hit the scene, still love Michael Jordan. Like it's 60-year-old dudes walking around with Jordans on. You know what I'm saying? Because they love Michael Jordan, the association with him. They saw him in college They saw him get drafted. They saw the first Jordan 1s come out. They had the Jordan 1s, and 2s, and 3, all the OG stuff. Like you had all them OG Adidas silhouettes, all the exclusive stuff. Look at Jumpman Bostic. You know Jumpman Bostic?
Yeah.
Look at I'm gonna send you his IG. Jumpman Bostic is from Detroit. People from Detroit normally hate Michael Jordan because of the attachment to the Pistons.
Yeah.
And the beef between the Bulls and the Pistons back then. Jumpman Bostic is probably the biggest Jordan historian in the United States. The man has thousands and every Jordan shoe, and he don't buy nothing else. He don't buy Air Max. He don't buy Adidas. He don't buy New Balance. His channel, he do all his videos from the basement of Jay's. Like his basement is a Jordan memorial.
I might have seen this guy, on YouTube. He's an older fella, isn't he? He's maybe
Glasses,
like late
ball.
50s or whatever.
Yeah, I think he like 59, 58, 59, something like that. And he
goes
bro,
into his
you
cellar.
can't exactly in the basement of Jay's.
Yeah.
And Jumpman, bro, he ain't nothing getting past him. He don't worry about when the new Jordans come out. He know he gonna get them one way or another. You know what I'm saying? Like that's his life. Is buying his whole life is buying Jordan sneakers. That's what he do in his free time.
We all have that disease.
Remember.
We all have that disease, really. They're just different styles. That's all.
There's levels to it too.
I can't believe. I don't know another athlete that's transcended that level of not success. Global's definitely global success as Michael Jordan has. Like there've been other athletes since then, but prior to that, I don't think there has been.
But the kids don't know. But the kids don't know him as a basketball player nowadays, do they?
They know him as a brand.
It's kind of like Stan Smith. Stan Smith, he's famously said like people actually thought I was just a shoe. Not a real person,
And eventually that's going to happen. And to give it another 50 years, people will think Jordan's just a sneaker, not a basketball player.
But they're doing it. The kids are doing it now. The kids do it now. They don't see.
I'm gonna say this for sure. I think the Travis range is basically going to.
That's why Triple H said what he said on Sneaker Shopping.
Yeah.
That Travis Scott is more relevant to these kids now than Michael Jordan himself.
Yeah. Yeah, and I agree with that. And the more I thought about it, because I was disagreeing with that, and we had that conversation outside the pod. But the more I think about it, the more I kind of agree with it, because now I believe in about 20 years' time, the kids will be looking at the Travis range as similar to like we look at the Air Max 1 range, because that was their thing in their heyday when it was growing up. Because they'll start looking at the Travis 1s, Jordan 1s, Travis, Jordan lows, the trainers, all that Air Maxes that he's done, even the Jumpman Jack sneaker we're gonna get. They're going to see that as their Air Max 1 or their Air Maxes.
It's just like I'm gonna tell you Andre 3000 and CeeLo and Jay-Z, but these kids, they're gonna tell you Drake and Future, and they goats are different. Our goats are different. Our goats come from our nostalgia, our point of
what we were brought up with. Yeah, what we were brought up with.
Also, our goats are legitimate goats. Sorry, but I'm sorry, but listen, don't get me started on mumble rapping crap. Right, I'm not.
And this is why.
Articulate your words, you mumbling idiot, and actually speak some sense. When Ice Cube raps, when Ice T raps, you understand what he's saying, and you get the point. When these guys nowadays, shut up. I'm not having that.
I'm gonna definitely say
we're
one
right,
thing.
They're wrong.
This is why I reverberate around somebody like a Kendrick or a J. Cole more than any other rapper, any other artist, because that lineage is still kept with those current day rappers, and I love that because this is why I love Kendrick, because what he does for me, he's an embodiment of what Tupac was. And what would you call it? Dre did with his with Ice Cube and all that stuff, because that is within him to do that, and I love that with Kendrick. This is why I love him as an artist.
Kendrick also idolizes Andre 3000.
Yeah, Andre 3000. Exactly, Killer, and he was the first person to shout Killer Mike. Yeah, if you like rap, you got to love Killer Mike. He said that in his album. So this is why I love him as an artist, and this is why I think he's absolutely awesome. But yeah, you're right. Our goats are our goats because they were there and battle ready every single time.
They are goats. That's the point. They are goats. These guys, man. Don't get me started. I start sounding like a 52-year-old man, you know.
Okay.
Back in my day, when there was proper rappers.
Yeah. Let's not do that.
Okay, cool. Shall we, bro? We need to move on to our quick strats, but before we do that, what we like to always do on this channel. You already know, Ian, what's coming. Loose shoes or dump, right? I probably got two for you. I got two for you this week. Loose shoes or dump.
Okay.
You can, you know the premises of this. You can lose one, you can choose one, or you can dump one. All right, cool. So basically, for those who listen for the first time, if you dump it, that means it's gone out of existence. If you lose it, that means Ian loses it and he gives it to everybody else. If you choose it, it means it's generically for everybody. That's fine. So loose shoes or dump. Are you gonna pick trainers, sneakers, or Crips?
I'm keeping the one I want is trainers.
Okay.
Crepes can be dumped, man. I'm sorry, that is just like crepes. What are you talking about?
Crepes or crepes? Crepes or crepes?
Yes. Yo, I'm so happy you asked him this question, and you answered that the best possible way, bro. Because trainers, that's what y'all say. That's what I got used to y'all saying. We say sneakers. So you gave me sneakers.
Yeah.
Y'all got trainers.
Yeah.
Crepes is I don't like that word. I never did. It remind me. Crepe is a little pancake.
Crepe. Yeah, crepe.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, I might do it two more then actually, because this is a quick one.
French restaurant or something. Come on.
Right. We always do this with the
That's
guests.
a crepe. When you out here crepe, I think about
hey, bonjour,
no. Q, say it properly. You gotta say that's the one I want. That's the one I want. I like Ian's version better. Next up,
you gonna end up on the soundboard, Ian.
Alright. I need to write I need to write that down. And next up is loose shoes or dump, OG, GR, or collaborations.
Now, do you know, I was driving, thinking about this the other day, because I've got a lot of collaborations, but you can't. OG is less important to me, okay? Because I don't have shoes for a particular team, or like you've got the Chicago ones, or these are the OGs, right? The Black Toes, and all this kind of thing. For me, I'm not overly concerned with the OG, to be honest. So that'd be gone for me.
Well, you're dumping the OGs.
Yeah, I dump the OGs, and I've got to keep the general. I've got to keep the GRs because, otherwise, little 12, 13-year-old me wouldn't have been able to buy those gazelles with his bakery money.
Right.
And I'm keeping the collabs, or the collabs.
Oh, so you're choosing the collabs. You're choosing the collabs, losing the GRs because
OG,
it means
everyone else can have the OGs, but
no.
For me.
You're dumping the OGs. You're dumping the OGs.
Yeah,
I'm dumping the OGs. I'm keeping the GRs for other people, and I'm having the collabs.
Okay. That's interesting. Cool. That's the first. Is that the first OG dump? No,
yeah, that's the first OG dump.
It probably is, because other people are like the Jordans or whatever, and I do understand. I'm very aware.
Well, OGs don't. aren't only Jordan. I mean, it's the
but
term. Well, most of the time we use the term, we're talking about Jordans, but OG is not Jordan exclusive term.
No, I
every
understand
brand
that.
has an OG. So whatever brand because we've been talking about a lot of Adidas special stuff that you just got rid of.
Yeah,
You did.
I know. But I couldn't get it anyway because my dad wouldn't buy it for me.
So there you go. Let's not just put it on Jordan. You know.
No. But I'm
Your
I'll be honest with you, I'm not
collection
bothered about a red or a blue Air Max 1. I kind of like the weird and wonderful ones. You know, that peacocking me, because I'm going to call it peacocking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, anybody that says that they don't wear stuff so that other people like are going to blow steam up, it's lying. They're capping, right? So I do like to stand out. So I like to be a peacock, and I've ever since that 9-year-old boy had those Nike Elite on, and everybody started going, that feeling.
Yeah. It's like chasing the sneaker dragon.
Like,
Definitely chasing the sneaker dragon.
It's like Q says, you know, you've got to have the right outfit to go with the right shoes, and I do make sure that my socks match. I do make sure that everything, because if you've got a brown trainer on, if you've got a brown sneaker on, and then you get like grey socks, you look like an idiot. You know what I mean?
Very true. Very true. Right, last loose shoes done. Right.
Yeah,
Campus
Jordan's gone. Oh, sorry.
Campus, Sambas, or Gazelles.
Oh, right, okay. Getting rid of Campus. The shape is weird on the Campus. I don't know what it is. I've got one pair of Campus, and they're the Bad Bunny ones. But yeah, Campus are gone for me. I don't like the front of them. They're a bit weird looking. So I'm going to... I will keep the Gazelles.
Okay.
And then other people can have the Samba. The 14-year-old
cool.
white girl can have the Sambas.
What a take! All right, cool. And to round off this whole segment interview with you, buddy, we're gonna do this. What sneaker are you introducing, or what are you introducing? Not sneaker. What are you introducing into the gas station? Because we discussed this before, and you had a hot take. The gas station sneaker for the gas station topic for this week. What are you introducing to that gas station?
I forgot about the gas station.
Yeah, because Ian reminded me before this. He was like, "But you remember Room 101?" I said, "Yeah, we already got that gas station.
Yeah.
What are you introducing to the gas station this week?"
Okay, so Q. First of all, I've had a wonderful time chatting with you, and I don't want to upset you, but Jordan 11 is going to be out. I am sorry. You can put your sunglasses on all you want, Q, but I'm sorry, mate. A patent leather shoe should only be on a 4-year-old girl in a party princess outfit on a little shoes going to a little party. Patent leather is not built for a man. It is wrong, it looks silly, it creases, and is absolute gash as far as I'm concerned. And I hated doing this, Q, because we're getting on so well, we're having a good time, we're having a laugh. But anybody that wears a Jordan 11 trainer and then put them in a suit, you are a goon. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay, this week, hot take from me and is we're putting Jordan 11s in the gas station.
any patent leather sneaker is, I just can't. They are for little girls with the little princess party dress on, and they've got the little patent leather shoes on, and they get excited because they're going to a little party. That's why that's why they're going in. All right, so I've given a reason why they go in, as well as the fact that I just.
I respect your opinion.
All right,
Ian.
episode 112, Shootout Podcast. We appreciate everybody tuning in.
I'm sorry to anybody from America who's listening to this. I do apologize.
Buy what you like. Buy what you like. Rock what you like.
I like the diversity. I love the
no.
diversity.
You stop talking now. We would never have Ian back on the podcast ever again. I'm about to block him on Instagram. I'm blocking him. Matter of fact, let me do it right now. How you spell
Instant block. Instant. No. It's funny. Like we'll on Ian's behalf for this week, we'll introduce the Get Jordan 11s into the gas station.
No,
we will not.
I know everybody.
We will not. I rebuke you, say.
Yo, bro. You called them hot boxes the other week.
Because you shouldn't wear them in the summertime.
No, you shouldn't wear them sometimes.
You shouldn't
to be
wear
honest.
them.
Ian, you had your turn. You had your turn.
All right, cool. Let's swiftly move on to some quick strikes this week.
This would never happen again.
So for first quick strike is we know Nike's did Paris week or Paris Olympic week this week, so they showed out. They literally showed out this week with some innovations. Where's Q gone?
He's left in disdain because this Northern English lad has just slagged off a sacred pair of 11s.
No, it's blasphemy. It's slander. It's blasphemy, and I don't appreciate it.
It's probably one of the most iconic Jordans you could put up there.
Is the bastard goat's favorite shoe?
Yeah. But going back into this week's quick strikes. So this week we saw Nike do the most, I'd say the most, and they introduced the Paris Olympic lineup. Let's run through that, bro, because that was epic, and there's a couple of variations I'm really interested to see and get your opinions on. Shall I? You got it, bro. So
First
basically,
of all,
go on.
Let's start with we just talked about marketing with Nike.
Mm-hmm.
Like they look at the type of foolishness they got going on.
Mind you, we were looking at Nike AI designs from a lot of other people, but Nike actually went down the AI route with these inspirations, which is utilizing what is already out there and utilizing some of the innovations. And let's not even talk about the Pegasus Premium,
No,
bro.
we gotta do it out the way because this is a whopper of a shoe.
Yeah, I like this.
They wasted money on the Scorpion. They should have been trying to do more stuff like this.
Agreed.
I like
Bro,
it's crazy chunky, and it feels like it looks like it's gonna be a crazy ride. Like once you put these on feet, but I want to see it. I want to do it.
Yeah,
have you ever tried on those Next Percent ones?
No, I have not.
Because I'd like to try what they're like because they look super bouncy.
Bro.
Yeah.
Like this is a triple zoom sneaker right here they rolling out.
Pretty much, it's coming out in 2025. So anybody that wants this, you have to wait a year for it to come out. But this is called a Pegasus Premium. It's got a visible air unit, which is sculpted from forefoot to heel, which is awesome. It's controlled to carry runners' power efficiency. So basically, giving you more effective running power and giving you more energy back into your runs, which is awesome. From heel to toe, which is awesome as well. React-X's foam on the and Zoom foam on it, which is dope, absolutely dope. And bro, I like this.
It's a triple stack, dog.
It's a triple stack.
So, I mean, one layer is React, but it might as well be triple Zoom because you put Zoom on, you put React on top of Zoom on top of Zoom.
And just a React.
Like, come on, bro. Zoom is already stupid.
You ain't gonna feel the ground. You ain't gonna feel the ground or the bounce back.
What are you? Are you gonna feel anything?
You're gonna feel air. You're gonna feel air, bro.
Are you gonna be able to tell that you're walking?
You know what?
On,
I'm gonna say this. I'm getting this next year. This
is nuts, bro.
That's nuts.
This is nuts. Bro, it's so chunky. Oh my god.
I like it though. Yeah, go on.
I like it. But I love a runner. So like runners are my real passion. I've got more runners than anything else.
Look at the ventilation on that. Look at the ventilation on that, bro. Like this is very dope.
Looks like.
Yeah, it's very dope.
Like
very
dope.
Full
airbag in the middle as well, eh?
Zoom.
It's full airbag, that isn't it?
Yeah, toe to heel. Toe to heel.
Yeah. 100% Zoom action.
And you know what? I like the color as well. I like the color on this as well. Absolutely fire.
Yeah,
They need to.
nice.
That's a lot of money right there, man.
Yeah, that's a $300 sneaker.
Oh, bro, I hope it's not. I just hope it's
I
not.
bet it is, man. That could be
Yeah.
$300
I feel like
sneaker.
we might be looking at 3 for that, bro.
But this is what you get when you put AI intelligence into your design work. You can get some really, really interesting concepts out of this. And this is not the only thing that we saw. Is there anything else you want to show, bro? Because I can pull something up.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's
This is-
madness. Madness.
This is the Nike Alpha Fly 3 in the Paris colorway with the Bowerman prototype stamp on the each of these pairs are in the Paris Olympic colorway that Nike is rolling out.
And athletes will be wearing this.
Yes,
Athletes will be wearing this.
All the Nike people, I think is it gonna be everybody, or is it just gonna be the Nike sponsored teams?
Nike sponsored teams, I think. The
Okay.
athletes, Nike sponsored athletes.
So
Mate, I
we
might be
got-
wrong.
Until it gets banned.
They covering all bases, dog. They covering all bases. This is the Nike Alpha Fly 3. I don't know if we'll see this. We might see these in maybe a long distance or a triathlon or maybe something like that. Because there's a lot of Olympic sports that don't get covered. The Olympics is every sport is in the Olympics. Like it's the Olympics that y'all don't know about, don't care about that's in there. So somebody will probably maybe a road race or something.
Yeah. Isn't skateboarding first? Is
Hold
this
on.
first Olympics for skateboarding? We'll get there. We'll get there. But
They
yeah.
had the Olympics at Tokyo. Tokyo was
Okay,
skateboard.
cool. So this is the second variation. Yeah, yeah. Hey.
We got more track shoes. Along with the Alpha Fly, we got the Pegasus 41. And we have the Air Zoom Max Fly 2, which is a track shoe.
Yeah.
These are all the pack. Excuse me. The pack is called a Blueprint pack, by the way.
Yeah, it's literally predominantly white. If you're listening to this, go and check out the Nike Paris
Blueprint pack.
capsule. Yeah, blueprint capsule pack. Basically, it's predominantly blue, orange, and white. That's what you're getting with this actual pack, which is dope. The colorway they use is dope on this.
So those are the running offerings. Those 3 sneakers. Basketball. We got the GT Cut and GT Hustle in that same colorway with the Bowerman stamp on the tag, exposed stitching, and all type of craziness going on. So look for those if y'all looking for the hoop shoes. Football boots. Let's go. Nike Air Zoom. That's the name of them. Mercurial Superfly in the Blueprint colorway. Y'all know the sneaker. If y'all know Nike football, y'all know the Mercurial Superfly is one of the GOATs of the Nike football line. So it's here. And the bottom is crazy. I always love the chrome effects on boots.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. And don't forget, walking in with them suits on.
DNs.
They
the
will
DNs.
be rocking the Blueprint DNs. All white with the blue, with the orange alien eyes, or the orange what you call it?
Tractor
the
traction.
tractor, the tank tires on the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The snowmobile,
Yeah.
the whole snowmobile effect is going on. It's
DNs, bro. DNs are doing stuff this year.
Do you like
Like
that?
everybody-
I don't like them, man.
No,
you all right with the DNs?
Don't rock with
you
them at all.
like it.
Do you know what it is? Right. Okay. So, and going back a little bit, the problem that we had with Nike, say Air Max 90s, for example, or any of the sort of those style, they were worn by a certain type of character around our area, and so we didn't wear them. And the DNs are a JD in the UK, a JD Sports type shoe, which is
Yeah.
It's more for that crowd. You know, they're wearing like the Nike Tech fleece. They've got the DNs on, or they've got this.
You
on.
hit the
It's-
nail on the
it's-
head.
it's
The road
that-
You hit the nail on the head.
It's that style, yeah. It's that
I'm
style.
glad.
And
I'm
it's
glad
not
you
for
know
me.
that as well. Q.
It's not
Roadman
it's
shoe.
not for me.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah,
it's not
I-
for me.
Love it or hate it. It's doing numbers. This is what I was trying to get at. I'm being from a neutral perspective.
It's like the Nike 270. It's for that kind of market. It's for
Yeah.
like the Air Max 270 crowd, the 720s. It's for that type of crowd. It's not for me. But
Are you saying that if the Air Force One crowd?
Hey, Ian.
yeah,
Possibly.
Guess what?
Q's tip of the week. What have you got, bro?
There's a difference between a hooligan and a roadman.
oh yeah.
The difference being, bro?
Oh no. Just know.
And that's the bottom line. Custom
I don't know
Yeah,
why.
that's good.
you
It's
let
good.
y'all talk.
What I actually meant is the crowd that wears the triple black Air Force Ones or the triple white Air Force Ones, you probably maneuver to the DNs as well, because it's another, like you said, like if you don't know what Ian meant by JD sneakers, if your sneaker ends up at JD, it's a sneaker that is suited to a certain market, and some people say JD sneakers are where sneakers go and die, and then DNs are not dying, but they are for a certain demographic of sneakers. You're laughing, but it's true, bro. There's a lot of jokes being made over here.
They're a mass
not
market.
like that in the
They're a
US.
mass market Air Max, you know.
Yeah. It's an Air Max, bro. It's the flagship Air Max for the year, so of course it's a mass market sneaker.
It's doing better than the Pulse from last year.
Yeah,
the Pulse
better
last year,
than the
the Pulse
Pulse,
was like,
better than the Scorpion, better than what was the one before that? The 270s, not the 270 Reacts.
yeah.
They did okay. The second one didn't. The Scorpion didn't. The Pulse didn't. So
Yeah.
the DN is doing a lot better than any other flagship Air Max that we've seen in the past few years.
Yeah. In London, you've seen a lot more DNs. Go on, bro.
Yeah, I'm not seeing them. Not seeing them.
Because you don't be around the road, man. Last but not least, Nike SB8 for the skateboarders in the Olympics. I really, really like these. It was some speculation about them, but it seems that they are real. This is actually what the sneaker is going to look like. Same colorway aesthetic, the white with the fuchsia or whatever color they want to call that.
It looks like fuchsia on it.
But these got a clear bottom. It's named after the GOAT of skateboarding, Nike skateboarding anyway, Sandy Bodecker. This is the SB8 problem solver. Sandy Bodecker's IG handle was the problem solver 8.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to Nike for once again doing it for Sandy on the SB side, naming the sneaker after him, putting new tech for the skaters to try to help the Nike skaters win the gold. So that's what it's all about. Nike is doing what Nike does to try to get gold medals for Nike athletes. And the U.S. is sponsored by Nike. Nike's a U.S. company. We know what's going on.
Well, I wonder what's going to happen with the Reebok athletes if when the NBA when they have to feet up those Nikes.
They're gonna wear Nike shoes. Some of them might cover the swoosh or whatever. But they have to wear the shoes. That's why it's so much controversy around the U.S. Olympic team, men's basketball team, and probably the women's team too, is because of the brand stuff that go on. We talk about this fairly often. Nike doesn't want non-Nike athletes representing the brand because they know it's going to be some shade involved. It's going to be some covering the logo and stuff like that, so they don't want that.
Also,
so
you forgot one more sneaker, bro. The Nike breakdancing sneaker.
I did forget
which
about
is
that one.
Yeah. Which is awesome. It's a similar vein. I don't know when was breakdancing introduced to it. Is it the first time they're doing it, or is it it's been there before?
Gymnastics.
Yeah, I know gymnastics. This is this is not gymnastics. This is breakdancing. This is b-balling.
Wait.
This is the
You
break
talking
dancing.
like actual break dancing.
Yeah, actually break dancing, bro.
They put breaking in the Olympics.
Yeah, this is what I'm trying to say. This is the first time.
We win. Hip-hop is everything.
Ian moving a jive there. Yeah, but Nike showed out. Nike really showed out. There you go. Nike really showed out. But last quick start we're gonna cover. Yeah. Last quick start we're gonna cover quickly is this whole Samba wave at this moment in time. Is it just hype, or is it really something that's going to stick? Because we talked about this earlier, we kind of alluded to this earlier. Is it just a trend, or is it pure hype and mass hysteria that's it's going to stay, it's going to move Adidas up a level?
No, it's not. It's just a trend. It's just the same as the 550 was. It's just the same as the dirty Air Force Ones. It's going to be.
I don't think that's a trend. I think that's a life. Dirty Air Force, white sneakers is a lifestyle.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah. but like some proper fashionable little lasses on Instagram and stuff, and then they've got dirty white train. Anyway, it's a trend as far as I'm concerned. Because
they like Adidas is banking on the Samba to kind of get them to where they need to be, but this is why they keep producing like collaborations. This is why they keep producing like they did a Messi, they did a lot Messi with Messi as well, but like this they're pushing it, but like it feels like, I'm not gonna say forced, but it feels forced. That's what it feels like. It feels forced to shove it in your face because this is the thing that they're trying to push.
I think they've struggled so much lately. When something hits and sells well, they're just going to try and rinse it for all it's worth. I mean, they're just corporations in the end, aren't they? They don't care about us. They don't care about us. I was going
to say that's advertising and like, I mean, that's marketing. Y'all got something that's working. You got to push it.
And they're going to push it. But like the Samba has always been loved within the sort of the casual scene anyway. And like I said, it came out in the 1950s. So it's always going to have like its fans. But the Samba trend wave, or whatever you want to call it, is going to die this year, and it's going to end up a meme, just like the Panda Dunks were. You know, like now everybody that's interviewed says that's the worst shoe that's ever invented, which is it's a ridiculous comment, because it isn't. You've got stuff like that ISPA Nike, whatever it's called, horrendous. Bruh. You know, and stuff like. I mean,
we got people out here throwing shit at the wall, bro, and it just oozes down. It's just gonna ooze down to the floor, and janitor gonna come scoop it up in the middle of the night, and it's out of there. You know, nobody will see it tomorrow. Like this, end of shift, everybody go home. When we come back tomorrow, everything will be clean.
The problem is it's not because it's horrible. Like if you say the Panda Dunk's horrible, then you're basically saying every Dunk Low's horrible, and that's not the case. The case is
my wife just got two brand new pair of Dunks yesterday.
Exactly. So that's not the case. The case of the matter is the fact that it's been forced into, not forced. It's been there for everybody for a year, 2 years now, and everybody's just fed up of looking at them because it's. Like we said, we love things that are special and unique, and quite like it just brings the whole, oh yeah, nobody else has got it. But when everybody else has got it, when it's all played out, even when when it reaches a casual sneakerheads and it becomes a casual sneaker, that's when us sneakerheads retract from that and say, you know what, you casual heads have it, but we don't want it no more in the culture, and that's what's happened. That's what happened with the Panda. It's not the silhouette, it's the colorway, and this is similar to unfortunately this might be a silhouette for the Adidas. Was Adidas are pushing out so much, but when it becomes, even though it was synonymous in the casual culture, when it comes to the point when it's oversaturated, like the NMDs, like the Yeezys, like everything else that Adidas has started to push out. And then they do it too much to the point where everybody just gets fed up with them. Oh, you got Sambas, and then about in a year or so, we'll be talking about, oh, you got Sambas. Nah, we don't like Sambas anymore.
Access. It's when we feel like people have access to the same things that we, and because of where we are in the culture, it's easier to cop.
Yeah.
And so the things that we deem cool are going to eventually catch on to the casual culture. We do it to ourselves, innately. You know, it's not like we're not running around telling people that don't wear the stuff we wear, you should buy this, but they see us.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, and we get publicized, and then the celebrities catch on, and when the celebrities catch on, that's when the people catch on. But the celebrities get it from us because we are the culture to deem sneakers cool. We are the sneaker culture. So anybody outside of the sneaker culture is getting it from us, bro. We are the source.
But you know what's really interesting is we were talking about 2 years back. We were talking about 150 pairs of Air Jordan 1s release. Last year we didn't hear the same reverberations. But this year, if you look at the releases, we got one ochre yellow. We've got the chrome version that Jenny wants, the Jordan 1 coming out, and we have got. I've seen a couple others being like going to release or predicted to release, but there's not a lot of Jordan 1s releasing as much as they were the last couple of years. They've retracted that back massively, knowing the fact that if they do overplay it, and people won't buy it, and Jordan 1's worse it. It is already overplayed. So what they've done is just retracted it back and gone back to hopefully what I was thinking they should do is 5 Jordan 1s a year, 1 collaboration. I know Travis is releasing. Travis is a different matter. That's a different topic in itself because Jordan 1 lows will sell. The Travis Scott Jordan 1 low will always sell.
It's not easy access.
No, it's not easy access.
You can't walk in the store and see no Travis.
But when you look at GRs.
You can't walk in and buy a Travis for retail nowhere.
Yeah.
When you walk in and see a Travis, it's 1,000 plus. Period.
Yeah. But when you look at GR1s, guys, go and have a look at Jordan 1 GRs. And tell me how many are coming out this year. It won't be 200. It won't even be 100. You might get the lows and highs. Yeah, of course it was a GR. Yeah.
But and people couldn't get it. It was the time. It was during the pandemic. Hype for the ones and all that stuff combined that presented
what you're finding
the one as this thing that everybody and once everybody was able to get it, we was like, you know what? I don't even want them though. Yeah. Look who wearing them. You ain't even doing it. You ain't even wearing them right. Yours dirty. Why yours dirty? You ain't no sneaker. Stop. You ain't even a sneakerhead. Stop. You know what? I can't do nothing you do.
Yeah,
but I don't know Adidas culture, right? I'm not listening to nobody that don't know as much as Ian know about Adidas, because Ian has showed me 2 Adidas already that I like, and I'm more mad at Adidas, even though I don't champion Adidas. I'm more mad at them now because they got other stuff that I feel like could have them more in competition with us.
Yeah.
And
but
it's good.
I'm definitely that, but going back to Jordan 1, I'm definitely seeing a switch around. I'm definitely seeing we're not seeing a Jordan 1 every single month now. Every single month, last couple of years back, we were getting a Jordan 1 every month, bro. Every single month, this one, that one. We're not seeing that. It's a massive attraction. It's a massive attraction at the moment.
Do you not think that as a reaction because when COVID happened, everybody was buying everything. So I reckon the brands were just like, oh, God, this is amazing. Let's just pump out. And because it's like a year and a half between inception and release, they were just going, yeah, let's pump them out. And last year was like the last year of it happening. And now they've gone on and we need to calm it down now, don't we?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%. That's total facts. And when the brands start looking at the profit levels from COVID to when they look at the profit levels now, there's no comparison. What they need to look at is they need to ignore the COVID period and look at the profit levels before COVID and look at the profit levels after COVID. And that's the comparison you need to take, because we know everybody went crazy sitting at home picking up sneakers left, right and centre. Every sneaker was getting sold out. Every sneaker was a hype sneaker. Every sneaker was valuable. And now it's no longer the case. You need to ignore that period of COVID between 2019 and 2022 and then have a retrospect of what was happening before and what was happening after. And I think he's pulled out.
Adidas just need to drop more jeans, Mark 1s.
Yeah, that's a Mark 2 again. Let me find it.
That's a 2. Hold on.
Yeah.
I keep trying to
front
find
toe,
it,
bro.
bro. What you mean? It looked like a hybrid Samba.
I've got a Mark 1. It's just not here.
Pull it out, bro. Please pull it out real
I'll have
quick.
to run. I'll be 2 sec. I'll get one.
Yeah, but it was interesting. It's interesting to see like Ian is very very knowledgeable. And it's good to have him on the podcast this week because he brought some real good.
This right here.
The Pro model.
This is a classic Adidas to me. You know what I'm
back,
saying?
I'm
Like,
back.
in my
put Ian on screen,
opinion,
Pro model.
in my opinion, they should be doing. Why ain't no Stone? Is there a Stone Island Pro model?
Nah.
Why?
I don't
Why?
know. I listen. You're completely
Why?
right.
Why didn't no Sean Witherspoon, Bad Bunny, Fear of God Pro model? Come on now.
Okay, so this is old, but that is the Mark 1. So it doesn't have the bumper on the front.
Okay.
It's just more. But this is a very old shoe. This is an old shoe. But
What's the date?
oh, this one is basically a one of one of old, like a 2004 something like that.
Ooh.
One of one.
One of one reissue.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's as good a reissue as you're gonna get of the. So it's like a kind of runner meets flat suede, you know. But yeah, I love them, and you can get baby blue ones from 2004 and 2009. They did a release as well. But yeah, I love those things.
So you ain't seen that sneaker released in the past 15 years?
I've not seen of that. Yeah, like a real the best ones, like West Germany and Austrian ones. They're from like the sort of 80s. I really want those, but they're going for serious money.
What would you think of the ZX range?
Oh, I love the ZX range. The ZX range is from our raving days. You see, this is like
I keep saying that.
Late 90s, late 80s, early 90s. Everybody was wearing. It was acid house, so all the music came over from Detroit and Chicago, and really blew up in the UK. And especially around, all of the UK was taken with the rave scene, and it was all like bright neon colours and all this kind of thing. And then you'd have the super comfortable, because back in the day you couldn't go to a nightclub if you weren't wearing shoes.
Yeah.
It was just a very weird time. It was a weird time where everyone was looking like they would just come back from going to a wedding and they were getting really drunk in a nightclub, you know. It was a very different time. And then when the raves started, then people could start wearing comfortable stuff because they're dancing all night.
Right.
I remember
I'm a
that.
football hooligan.
Drunk.
I'm definitely more of a raver. I was like, I was 18 in 1990, so this is
Glow sticks and the boots and pants.
Oh my god, I was doing big box, little box, big box, little box, big box, little box, past the box.
I keep saying this. The ZX range is dope. The ZX range is super dope. I've got.
Go ahead.
It's show and tell time with Ian. If you listen to this, it's probably worth checking out the podcast to timestamp it.
You gotta watch it on YouTube, bro. You gotta watch it on YouTube. But we don't say that, like, we don't try to drive the audience. You know, we appreciate everybody that watches and listens to us on whatever platform. But I do encourage. I want to encourage y'all to check it out on YouTube if y'all can. If y'all listening on any of the audio platforms, because Ian is pulling out some.
So this one I really want to talk about just for a second. This is a ZX 4000, but this is a collaboration with a South African boutique called Shelf Life. Nike have just done a Shelf Life collaboration. This was from around 2019. Now it just looks plain, right? But the materials are just immense, and what I love about it is
how to set up.
Oh,
yeah. And now that is this is a traditional South African dress material, and it's all canvas on this side, and then it's the same on the other shoe. So the inside is this material, but the details on this is a consortium, so you've got the little hole there. But yeah, this is a ZX 4000, and I just love it. It's very underrated, but it's just a little bit weird, a little bit different, you know.
No,
You're walking along like this, and then you go boom.
That's one of them ones. That's one of them ones that when you go to a sneaker event, you can pull out, and you know ain't nobody gonna be in there with that.
And exactly right, Q. That's exactly what it's about, you know.
I like,
someone, but different.
Yeah, I like the ZX. The ZX is such a great range. I got the ZX 8000, the Bape undefeated with the black variation. I want to get the green variation because it's fire. To me, it looks
cheap money now, bro.
I know. And exactly the ZX. The ZX range ain't. It's not been put. It don't get pushed like that either. But the OG colorways are dope as well. The OG colorways on the ZX are dope.
The Aqua ZX 8000 Aqua is the iconic. That's like to
very,
ZX
very
people. That's kind of like a Chicago or a
no. That's just a fire runner, bro. Ain't no like no nothing. It's just a fire runner.
The thing is, what you guys probably realize from this whole conversation with Ian
that's the one with it's got like the netting on the inside of the midsole, right?
It's the I've got one here with me.
White,
of course you have, Ian.
White, blue, and like a orangish type color, right?
Yep, that's the one, bro.
But you have to get the particular year because they released the Aqua in 2020 and 2019, and it's
right. Okay. Yeah. That one.
So you're looking second row, second one in. That's the original color? Yeah, that's the original ZX 8000 color that was released in 2009, 2004, and 2013. They released the lighter kind of look like washed out Aqua, which you're just there. That was 2020, so that was slightly different. It annoyed me a little bit because the color, the vibrancy of the 04, 09 is way better.
And like even from a Jordan Nike perspective, I can respect. I not the fact that I don't just pick up Jordan Nikes. I can respect that. I really do respect that because it's a classic. It's such a classic.
I respect
sneaker.
it. I don't care about it though.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same with me, Q, with Jordans. I respect them. I just don't care about them. You know.
Yeah, it's what it is, bro.
And that's what's cool about this. You know, that's what's good about this
game. Y'all can sit here and talk about ZAs all day long. Ain't none of them better than any Air Max.
Yeah, I mean,
except the Scorpion. Except the Scorpion. ZA's better than Scorpion. Scorpion's trash.
I've got one last one I was going to show you from the Adidas world.
Alright, I love this. This has been an awesome podcast today. Awesome podcast.
Innovation, right? Innovation. Travis Scott. What's he got? He's got that little pocket for special things, right?
Yeah, special things.
Yeah.
Special things for special occasions.
This is a city PT runner, and if you go like that, and then you have a little pocket in there for special small items that you might need.
Your sweeties. Your sweeties. Your sweeties. Your gummies.
This is not an Adidas show.
I'm gonna get you to buy some Adidas. Or
no, you won't.
I might even send some over to you, Q.
No, don't do
just
that.
So
don't waste your money.
Because you're a respectful guy, and so out of respect, if somebody gives you a gift, you're not going to throw it away, are you? You see?
No, there's the thing on the internet called GOAT.
But the bad thing about Adidas is, my friend, you'll only get like $30 for them because there's no resale on Adidas.
Facts.
You said
Facts.
You said it. I didn't say it.
It's true. But to be honest, that's kind of what I love about it as well. You know, people help each other out because you know, like
100%.
you guys help each other out, right?
Yeah.
The Adidas community is more. Well, we're older, so we are less financially incentivized.
Speaking of helping,
here we go. What we got? What we got?
Hey.
Oh, yeah, I want those.
That's heading my way right this moment in time.
Is that yours? Is it? That's your pair.
No. That's Q's, but my one's in the post at the moment.
Man, that is badass.
Yeah, very, very badass. It literally embodies the rise of the Phoenix, pretty much.
It's an amazing looking shoe. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah,
There's no doubt about it. That
very
is
dope.
amazing.
And by the way, that is my first 95. By the way.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how much I love it.
Now you're a bit of a road man now. No worries.
Yeah. All great crackies with that Phoenix on.
Get your red tech fleece on, brother. You've been rocking it out.
I pulled out the habaneros yesterday.
They're nice, man. They're nice.
So yeah, and these some big sleepers right here. I ain't gonna share what I shared with TJ.
They're gonna
Big
break
sleepers.
necks then.
Air Max 95 habanero. Look it up. That's all I'm
I was
telling you.
surprised.
Look it up.
Yeah, go look up the Air Max 95 habanero. You'll feel like you ate a couple habaneros. That's all I'm saying.
I paid $130. They was on sale.
Hey, that's why I say don't sleep on sneakers. Don't sleep on sneakers.
You can't get a 95 here in this country for even second hand. You're paying more than 130.
Yep.
They're all super. You can't get hold of them now at the moment. I think 95s are making a massive resurgence, certainly in the UK. Huge.
I'm glad you said that because I know inside information knowing that the OG 95s are all coming back next year and the year after.
I want the stash.
Again, neons.
Love a neon. Like I said, I had an original 95 in, I think early 96 it was, not 95, but yeah, I had a neon back then, and they they call them 110s in a lot of places. They weren't.
Yeah, 110s. That's the
weren't
road man
110, huh? They were like 90 quid. TNs, Nike TNs or whatever they call them now, plus or whatever they call them.
Max Plus, yeah.
They were 110. In my world, they weren't called 95.
Maybe when people started picking them up later on, they were 110. Maybe early on they were.
Maybe they were 110 when they were re-released or something. I don't know.
Not OGs, yeah. Not the OGs.
Yeah. Right, cool.
Because the OGs, I ain't gonna lie, the OGs was like 150 over here, 140, 150 when they first dropped in 95. So it was a lot. They were more expensive than Jordans.
Yeah, no, they were
So Nike, people thinking Nike charging more for the new innovations, that's old. Air Max 95 was the most air that we had seen at the time, and it was the most expensive Nike sneaker, more expensive than J's. So
yeah, but bro, let's get on to what we're always here to do this week. You know,
when resale is too high.
Damn resellers! Order!
When hype beats go too far.
These damn hype beasts! Order in the court! Order!
The back door opens.
Guilty!
It's time for
Order in the court!
the sneaker court of public
Guilty!
opinion.
Guilty! Welcome back to the Sneaker Court Public Opinion with me, Judge Public Opinion and Executioner. And we always get this reaction from the guests because they always love it. Even though you see it on YouTube and you hear it on the actual audio channels, yeah, we always, if you are on the audio channels, you need to come and check us out when we do Sneaker Court Public Opinion. It's really, really funny. But bro, this week, I saw something on... First of all, Ian, have you got a court case this week?
No, Ian is not allowed in the court case.
Alright, cool. Let me move on to the court case I've got this week. We've got court case this week. Q, I need you to share what I sent to you because I just want to let you guys know to be careful out there, to be very, very careful what you purchase on the secondary market, what you actually purchase, especially if you're in the States. If you are purchasing stuff early, make sure you verify it, make sure you check it, make sure you put the blue light on it, make sure you do everything possible to make sure that the product's legit. Cause Q's gonna share something to let you guys know that pretty much 90% of your products are fake. Go on, bro.
90%.
90%. And that's like Spider, Dental Tears, Hellstar.
All of it.
How does the business actually work?
So we get most of our product from China and overseas. They distribute it to a middleman who's located in the US. And he has to at least spend $20,000 when he's buying from China. The Chinese distribute to him. He has to now distribute it to the resellers located in the US. So it's just like a chain effect. It's from China to the middleman to the resellers, and then the resellers obviously sell to the stores.
So where do you fall in that chain?
I work with the guy buying from China.
The guy buys from China, sends it to you, and you then sell to the stores.
Exactly.
How many stores sell fake clothing?
About 90%.
90.
You can pause it now, bro. So I'm gonna say to you guys, if you can't, this is what I always do, and if I can avoid it, I do avoid it. If you can't get your products from retailers, don't get it. Do not get it, especially when products are easily manufactured, products are easily distributed, and it's hard to tell, especially with clothing. Do not purchase your clothing on the secondary market. You might be okay with sneakers because it's quite easy to tell, but it's really hard to tell with actual clothing. Bro, like that's crazy. Like, I would not want to buy clothes. Listen to that information, and that's background information of people that actually maneuver in that market, especially in the States, especially the people that actually get their products from China and actually sell it. They're literally physically grabbing the products and selling it to, telling resellers to sell it to the platforms, and actually then flood the market with fake goods. That's not good. Just be careful. You're spending your valuable money on products, and you should be really, really careful where you spend your money because you don't want fake stuff. And we all agree we don't want fake stuff, do we, bro?
Hey, public service announcement, everybody. Resellers and consignment shops are not to be trusted ever.
No.
Some of the people may be cool. Some of the people may be even your friends or friendly with you, or your cousin, or your brother, or your sister, or your uncle, or your dad. They're people too. Their job is to get over. That's their job. Their job is to get more than what it's actually worth, whether it's real or not. And they don't care at the end of the day. They might, if you know them or if you're cool with them, let you know what's going on. But if you don't, they're going to get you. And the more they can get from you, the better for them. They're not going to turn it down. They're not going to turn down your money, bro. So, like TJ said, like we always tell y'all, be careful. And may all these shiesty, fake product resellers die the worst business death of all. May they all become Zeta Kicks at the end of the day. And their businesses crumble, and they forced to go get fast food jobs to atone for all the bullshit that they didn't put on the people out here that just want to be fresh. Palms Angels ain't that important, bro. And Denim Tears and all that, bro. Better buy from the store.
Guilty for all those people that actually participate in selling fakes to retailers and all that stuff, or resell shops. I hope karma comes and bites you in the ass. That's all I'm going to say, bro. That was Sneaker Quarter this week.
You had any thoughts, Ian?
I totally agree with you. Listen, if you want to buy fakes, but as long as you sell them as fakes, I don't really have a problem with it, to be perfectly honest. My issue is people being shysters, like selling to people who don't know. It's just confidence tricksters. They've not got good morals. I don't like that.
There's only one word for it: fraud.
Yeah.
Simple as.
Well, they're just liars, aren't they? They're just liars.
Listen to the man who ain't telling the truth. This time he told the truth. don't know about that bogus court case from months ago.
Don't know about that whole Jordan 11 thing, but apart from that, it's alright.
When resale is too high.
Damn resellers. Order.
When hype beats go too far.
These damn hype beasts. Order in the court. Order.
The back door opens.
Guilty.
It's time for
Order in the court.
the sneaker court of public
Guilty.
opinion.
Hey, just on that matter, I think we saw it a long time ago after COVID. I think he mentioned it. He got souls, and we talking about it since COVID finished. These resale shops are starting to close down slowly but surely.
Yep.
And we saw it. We knew, like, it's obvious that was a obvious slap to the face. You knew that was coming, because it's not sustainable. Nobody's buying sneakers like they were. Resale is not as broad as what it was in COVID, and most of these shops are going back online, which I think is more the effective business anyway. But we saw one big shop in London close its doors and go online. So that's going to be happening a lot more. And you know what? Online competition is way greater than in-store competition, because you got a lot of markets to compete with. When you can go into a store and see it in hand, and you got that desire to buy it there and then, that goes out the window straight away, because then you're actually competing with like other bigger platforms like Collect, StockX, eBay, Go. All of those are fundamentally online stores. Yeah, so yeah, just it's a sad time. It's definitely a sad time, very sad time for resale shops, but it was going to happen. Definitely going to happen. You need to have a business case after COVID was over. Definitely.
Especially when you're selling fakes. I ain't gonna say your name. We know you had fakes over there on 85. You had fakes in little 5 points too. We know. Yeah.
Ooh.
We know.
I don't know who you're taking shots at.
Yeah, we know. We know you move. And by the way, excuse me, shout out to my boy Retro Rick. Happy birthday, Rick. Rick had me
Happy birthday to you, bro.
The other night.
That's the story I was waiting for, bro.
I felt old. It was lit though. It was cool. It was a club full of 40-something-year-old people though. So
Okay.
It was like old times, but we all gotta go to work in the morning, so ain't none of us trying to have no problems. we still like our music loud, and we still like to smoke and drink and dance, but we gotta get up in the morning.
Yeah.
We like to party, but till about 10 p.m. because then we need a good night's sleep.
You know what my missus said the other day, right? Which is quite funny. She was like, back in the day, I could put my feet in a certain position and keep them there and move, and it'll be fine. And now, 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and I need to move it because otherwise it starts to ache. It's like, when did that happen? I said, when you hit 30.
You don't even know. You don't even know. Wait till you hit 50. Believe me, everything hurts all the time.
We alienate ourselves. We gotta stop. We can't alienate ourselves for the young people. Okay? They need to listen to us too.
We're all still 20 here. Don't worry, guys. We're all still here 20.
20 in here. 20 in here for sure.
For sure.
100%.
That's what keep us great, bro.
Exactly, bro. You're only as old as you feel. That's what I'm gonna say. So I'm still like 16 years old. All right, cool. On that note, guys, cool it, bro. Ian, have you got anything more you wanna say? Or we are definitely gonna have you back. Like you've been such an awesome guest this week, and even though Q's gonna kick.
Time. You couldn't get it.
I already know I'm guilty. I've been married a long time. I'm always guilty.
Say it, bro.
Listen to the man when you telling the truth.
That's the one. That's the one. All right, Ian. It's been wonderful to have a conversation with you. We always open up the podcast to the community and people like yourself to come on and have a discussion. It's awesome to have a discussion with you. It was so enlightful to have a discussion with you today as well. I thought it was gonna get very tetchy, like in terms of like very conflicty, but it was a dope conversation. I enjoyed that a lot.
We're just guys who like trainers or sneakers.
Yeah.
And we like different things, but the love is the same.
Yeah, exactly.
We like trainers and sneakers, not crepes.
Definitely not crepes. I don't like those French pancakes.
You like croissant?
I like croissant.
On that note, bro.
All right. Episode 112, man. Hopefully everybody has a great day, great week, great month, and love the people that you love, bro. And hopefully they love y'all back, because we love y'all. We know y'all love us. For Ian, for TJ, episode 112, man. Hey, buy what you like. Rock what you like. Don't believe the hype, because the hype ain't real. And sneakers don't make you cool.
Because you make the sneakers cool.
Sneakers cool.
100%.
We're in agreement. Finally, we're in agreement.
It's been a pleasure, gentlemen. It really has. It's been a total pleasure.
No worries,
Thank
bro.
you so much.
You're welcome,
We
bro.
appreciate
You're welcome,
you, bro.
100%.
We out of here. Peace out, y'all.
Peace out. Peace.